My name is Jocelyn Connors, and I wrote, filmed, and directed Changes Everything. Part of the film was probably the most vital. This was the exposition. I wanted to introduce the character of the victim, played by Emily Forbes. I wanted to show how she was innocent, and how this can almost happen to anyone, and intertwine all three forms of bullying. Hello.
Hi.
So you played the victim in my film, Changes Everything. So what do you feel were the most vital aspects of the film itself?
I think that the most vital aspect of the film was the scenes where the victim is getting pushed around, bullied, constantly threatened, and just getting hurled.
Can you be a tad bit louder?
Yes. Being hurtled with insults, just because I really think that it was important to show how bad things can get for a victim, to make people really understand it's not all sunshine and rainbows and movies. It's not, it really showed the gravity of the situation. I think that was what made it, a real hit.
I would like to ask you, do you feel like you related to your character?
In a way, but not. The character went through more physical bullying, and not exactly physical, but it was a lot more aggressive. And any type of bullying that I've been through was a little bit more kind of under the rug, passive aggressive, and it still affected me, but not nearly as much. So I had that relation, but it wasn't nearly as much as other people.
Do you feel like that was such a real... So based on your last statement, do you feel like it was such a realistic scenario?
Yes, I feel like it was realistic. I don't think that you would see it happening every day. Those situations are really sad. I think that as a society we've gotten a lot better with it. But I definitely think that it was realistic. No.
Why did you feel compelled to play your role in the film, or to be a part of the film in general?
Well, obviously, you're my friend. You made the film. So
okay.
I felt...
That's a kind of given, but not really.
I felt really compelled for that reason, but the most important one was just... I felt like it was really important to try and make it the best that it could be, and try and make it... I really wanted to be a part of the process to make people understand this is what people have to go through on a daily basis, and it shouldn't be taken for granted.
And that kind of pertains to your speech itself. So can you give them a little bit of details on how your speech kind of ties into this, even though they're two separate projects?
My speech was loosely based on 5 seconds can save somebody's life. The whole motto was sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never heal. They never teach you that.
Yeah.
So it ties into this project just because it shows... there's a point in the film, actually, where somebody comes over to me, which is the victim, and they just help me up, which really shows... I went on and on about how if somebody helped a girl, she would still be here today. And I think that we kind of had the same message there, where it only takes one person, and it's not that hard.
Did you find it hard playing a non-speaking role?
Yes, I talk a lot. I found it so incredibly hard.
And to pertain to that, as many other people mentioned, there was some very hilarious parts of the film. Tell us what were your most favorite parts to filming itself.
Was it Ava who was pushing me? It was either Ava or Arna. She was hurtling compliments at me. It was Ava. She was screaming compliments at me, and I had to act like it was hurting so bad. And she literally was sitting there. Next
aspect of my film, I wanted to introduce the characters, the Mean Girls. They started all the drama, and they're the lead mostly. So we're going to talk about your roles in my Bystander film. So the Mean Girls, quote unquote, as you guys self-proclaimed. So what do you feel were the most vital aspects of the film, Ava?
For me, I think it was when Emily was kind of having her moment, having a breakdown and it flatlined, because I feel like that was, down to the lowest low, and then just built back up to, the highest high. So it was like the changing point. But sometimes, it has to be bad before it gets good.
Yep. Emma, your opinions?
I thought that was also a really important part. I really appreciated the arc of the Mean Girls, like the fact that they started off as like friends and then that kind of fell apart in the course of the film, and I thought that like breaking point for Ava's character was kind of an essential part of the film.
What are your opinions on the overall composition of Changes Everything?
I think that it was really well done, like from the blurry blinking effect to, you know, the music choices to the, you know, for it being silent. It just, all of it just
flowed
came
together really well.
Yeah, it just made a really great PSA.
Yeah, I thought what was kind of interesting was the fact that the music matched up so well with what's happening on screen. Like, it all went together. It felt like a coherent piece. It didn't feel like different clips like some of the other ones did.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Why did you initially feel compelled to be a part of the film? Because you know there was a lot of options for cast.
Yeah, the script mostly.
Yeah, like when I read the script, I just knew that it was going to be like a good movie, and also I know that you're like really good at stuff like this, so I thought it would be fun to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again. Were there any especially hilarious parts to the film or when filming?
Oh, boy.
And if so, tell.
Yeah, it was all like a really fun experience, but I think my favorite part was when the Mean Girls were quote unquote, you know, like insulting and being like bullying Emily, because we were just kind of screaming nice things at her instead of like
screaming nice things.
Yeah.
There were a lot of Mean Girls references because we were the Mean Girls.
I know.
And you have your cousins and you have your first cousins. We're like, oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white. So we did a lot of like playing around behind the scenes, which made the entire experience more fun. And Arna's rant about tissues.
Oh, that was so great.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Also, when I was like fighting Emma, I felt so weird because I was so short, and I just kept on almost laughing because I was like, you know, being.
Yeah, you're kind of like the shortest tyrant that one has ever met.
I know, I was just kind of, I felt like Lord Farquaad.
Did you find it hard playing non-speaking roles?
No,
It was easier.
I know, because you didn't have to like memorize lines.
There was no like worrying about what your voice sounds
Yeah,
like.
because my voice sounds really weird on camera, so sorry to y'all watching this, but yeah. And it's just, you know, I like it better because it's
easier.
Yeah, it's easier, and I feel like dialogue
There's a little bit
would
less
kind of,
pressure.
like, I know, and dialogue would like kind of throw off. I feel like in your situation, how with like the music and stuff, dialogue just would make it like, but you know, I think that the silent choice was very good. And I had another point to make that I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, also it made it more fun because we could just kind of like talk and stuff.
Play around. There was no worrying
yeah.
about the set being quiet. Because
Yeah, like making other
chat.
people move, which, you know, that was good, so we didn't have to like disrupt everyone else's, you know, like situations. Yeah.
So, final one. What did you take away from your experience as being part of Changes Everything?
I took away that, like, even though the bullies are in the fault, there's a bunch of things that lead up to it. Every, like, incident mostly has a lot of layers.
Yeah,
From
every
when it
character
was,
is in one dimension.
Emma, like, you know, spreading rumors about me, then me and Haley talking about it, then me fighting Emma, and it all just kind of, like, boils down to, you know, the situation at hand.
Emma?
Yeah.
What did you feel you took away?
Okay. The idea that people aren't one-dimensional. Everybody has layers. There's a different story to everything. And even the most simple of situations can be, like, complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Welcome.
Were two pretty much pivotal characters themselves. These were the bystanders. This was the whole basis of the project itself. They stood up for the multiple victims of the girls' bullying, and they were played by Charlotte Chandler and Arna Sudahi. However, I did not get to speak with them. However much it may be cliche, I still wanted to include physical bullying. This is because it does exist, and it often targets minority groups. Thus, it is quite an issue in certain communities. Though we did not see much elaboration on it, I indeed did want to cover such things as cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, however, was extremely hard to portray, even though it is so present nowadays. I had planned for this whole scene to play out in the story as seen in the script. Choice was obviously very important in my case. Thus, I used Son Lux's Changes Everything, which is depicted on screen. This was the original music video, and it was showing how the artist himself dealt with anxiety and depression caused by his peers harassing him over time.